For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But, Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
You looking great this evening.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Much obliged.
Good to see you.
You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Albany. Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust. So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Let's go.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Gee up. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston, just over this hill. Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Come on! Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back the...
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here. Do you even know where you're going?
Hello there.
There's the foreman's office. That's where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Here!
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Well, hello there.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss McFarland. Whoa there.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't bite. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Yeah.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you? That's it. Kill those little varmints. Let's see that rabbit. I want a couple of these for the pot.
Whoa, whoa.
Nice shooting. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
Let's go. Let's go.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Come. Come on.
You got one!
Come on. Come on. Whoa. Whoa there. Go.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Well. That Bonnie is a right pretty girl. She wouldn't look at me, though. There's a young lady here's about with a boil in the most unfortunate place.
A beautiful wife is no guarantee of full male potency.
Just
Look
go
where
to
you're
show.
going.
Don't mind me, mister.
Oh, Mr. Marston, how are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see. All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Yeah.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on.
Don't look back, I'm coming up behind you!
Come on.
Yeah!
Are you saving the best for last? How you doing back there? Let's go. I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland.
Come on, boy!
Should I wait for you to catch up? Let's go. Yeah. Would you like me to slow down? Come on. Let's go.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Well, hello there.
One particular gentleman I won't name.
I've never
Well, that's not...
How are you, Fred?
I'm sure you'll find something you like here.
How do you do?
Thanks for the business. Another satisfied customer.
I hear the Blackwater ledgers gonna print about a big fire in the 8th.
I never heard such a thing.
Nice doing business with you.
Stop. No. Those young people
Spread the
compare each other
word.
to visit Mescalero. It's so dangerous. But do they listen?
That Bonnie is a right pretty girl. She wouldn't look at me, though.
Well, I'll be damned.
The things you say. Honestly.
Well, if it isn't
Here's
John
Nate
Marston.
John's been running for governor of New Austin. I ain't
Sure.
never heard of him.
Let's see
That's
what you
good,
got.
thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Have a good look. But don't steal.
¿Qué tal, señor Marston?
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat. Come on. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm
You can hive off.
Not feeling ill.
Hey, partner.
I hope that helps.
I'm buying a Voyage camera to take fine voyage photographs of the park.
Any trouble, let me know.
That's what I need.
I never thought I'd meet John Marston.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself...
You know, they're planning on building a rail junction away. Welcome to my establishment here at West Dickens Elixir to cure all illnesses. ¿Qué tal?
God, hello, Mr. Marston, sir.
Pilgrim,
Jeb Murphy don't put his name to a gun.
Howdy, mister.
Nice doing business.
I hear half-ton Hank's traveling circus puts on a hell of a show.
That's all I need for now.
Remember to return, whatever your purpose.
Dear sir, hello.
Nope, we can't put no price on safety. That's a fine deal.
That'll do me.
Now stay safe.
Hello, Mr. Marston.
Just finished helping a patient.
How are you, mister?
I'm
Thank
selling
you.
some good tonics if you need them.
Good to see you again.
St. John's is more corrupt than the politicians in my country. You are always welcome.
How are you, friend?
My products are of the finest quality, sir. A fine choice.
Howdy, Marston.
I don't know how you get away with these prices, mister.
All the best.
Forgive me, sir.
Hey, you!
Hello, Mr. Marston.
Liquor me up.
You know, if Johns is elected governor, he's going to open the rail lines to Allende.
thanks. Those days are over.
John Marston.
Howdy, mister. Excuse me.
Hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what? You getting cute with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me. Nice to see you, Marston.
So who are we looking for?
Bunch of two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walt. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No.
The way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Walton's the top screw. Let's get after him. Damn, he's seen us. Come on, don't lose him.
Let's go! Come on! If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Yeah! Come on! Whoa, whoa!
Looks like he's holed up at the old Pleasant's house. Let's hold up a minute and find a spot for our horses.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn! Take cover! We'll work our way up this hill.
Hey, yeah, you, over here.
Arson, I got you covered. Move up to that wagon. Arson, take that bastard behind the crate. Head to the crate, boy. I'll cover you. That fool behind the rock is you.
Just give it up!
Rack up this piece of land long enough.
I got you, boy. Make a move for that boulder.
Sit, get up.
Boy, I'd have preferred him to swing, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. At least we got the son of a bitch.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah. Ooh, now.
Let's go!
Hello? Hello? It's Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. Yeah, if it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of days.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshal! 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 I'd just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
Where is he?
He's with you, John Marston.
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government boy.
I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to.
You sure are a tight-lipped son of a bitch, mister.
I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper.
Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty purse the last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss, Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land. We're nearly there. Keep your eyes out for the Ballards. All right, leave the horses here and follow me.
Whoa!
Let's go! Stay alert, boys! Be ready, boys. We're probably gonna be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower, neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches. God. Me and you again, Marston. Let's hope this goes as well as last time. Eyes up, boy. Behind that rock. Looks like we got him. Let's move on. Stick with me. Damn you. Look, the deputies are making progress. There's more of them! You got one!
I can see you.
Yeah, blast him, boy!
You're making a big mistake, friend!
Let's clear out! Put down your guns and... Looks like that's all the sons of bitches. I'll head up the ridge to scout it out. See if there's any spare ammo in that camp.
Can I borrow this, friend?
Hellfire! Let's go. Be careful. I think I spotted some snipers. Eyes up! Sniper! Oh my good God! Surrender! Or I'll kill you all! Let's push on. It sounds like the deputies can use a hand. This looks as good a spot as any. Gather around and listen up. Let's try to sneak up on them. The closer we are, the less chance they have of making a run for it.
Anybody else?
There's one more for the vultures.
Too close!
rustling again anytime soon. Quick, let's get those hostages freed. Jesus wept.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. West Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Yeah. Let's go. Go.
Are you,
Come on.
Hey, we could use another
He's
sucker.
just an
Are you a sucker?
underprivileged hoodlum.
Water down the gin.
You're getting my spurs.
I'll join you for a while.
She knew he was married.
Well, I'll be.
Howdy. Miss Hollister, the dentist wife. I heard she's a witch. A witch? Oh, that's just a rumor. I'll be seeing
You better watch your wife round Mr. Marston.
Uh-huh. Not a fact?
This may hurt. Oh, who am I kidding?
I'm calling.
Definitely hurt.
Check, please.
You're in trouble now. Somebody's throwing dust.
They say Mr. Marston is bulletproof.
Harley Bears repeating, do it?
I've been hearing about this midway that has dancing Indians. Mighty sweet.
That's enough for me. Give me a real card now.
Well, ain't that something? I'ma fake a case of the worms tomorrow.
Well, I'll be.
I know your game.
Always nice to see an old friend.
I call.
I fold.
Would you look at that?
Check.
What the hell?
You want this fist in your face?
I'm not ready to get out yet.
This should keep the who's it holding in the
Well, I got paid not to tell a law.
Uh-huh. Not a fact?
Too much for me.
Hope you shuffle them good.
Shit.
I call.
All ready?
Sorry, buddy. I think you wanted this one.
Knocking people up for no reason.
Harley Bears repeating, do it?
Call you.
Now I'm either lucky or foolish.
No, I'm
Hello
out.
there, Mr. Marston.
Those bands getting more bold, getting closer to the borders of town.
I'm
may
gonna
regret
get
this.
booze blind on the job.
Well, I'll be.
Well, that's interesting.
No thanks.
I'll bet.
I get mad when I lose, you hear?
Someone's feeling the pressure.
I'm calling.
I'm gonna fold.
Fold. I saw a man.
Uh-huh. Not a fact?
I'm gonna call it.
Let's get down to cases.
Will lock me up and throw away the key.
You born chicken, or you just lost your balls?
You better watch your wife round, Mr. Marston.
Harley bears are Pete and do it.
All right, I see. Think I'll check. Shit. You better get... I'm done.
Scared money don't make no money.
You're in trouble now.
They say Mr. Marston is bulletproof.
Well,
Think I'm gonna call.
let's see what we can do with it then.
I'm gonna check.
That's what I'm betting.
This may hurt. Oh my goodness, it'll definitely hurt.
Fold.
Mr. John Marston himself. Look at you.
Right. This is the one.
I got money to keep my mouth shut.
Uh-huh. Not a fact.
I'm gonna start spinning this finger gummy. Hold your breath. Hello there. I hear Nate John.
I call.
Somebody's throwing dust.
Check.
Check. I'm cutting my wolf loose.
You ain't much fun.
She knew he was married.
Harley bears are Pete and do it.
A Mexican named Reyes or something made a speech that lasted 5 hours. Just goes to show. Darn industrialists trying to buy the whole goddamn state, I swear. The things you
I'm gonna take a day off next week.
Well, I'll be.
Well, ain't that something?
They say a wedding's gonna be in town. The bride's that catalog woman on Jefferson Bound. Stop. No. His big mouth got him peeled.
Okay. I'm all in.
Would you look at that?
Ah, it is Marston. Sheriff been locking people up for no reason.
Uh-huh. Not a fact.
A fella carrying a Carcano sniper rifle was walking about town, they said.
I never heard such thing.
Now how you think she be having all that money?
The things you say.
No, I'm out. Make sure you deal from the top.
Shit.
John's been running for governor of New Austin.
I'm a wetting my tonsils all night long.
Harley bears are Pete and do it.
Call.
I'm not ready to get out yet.
I'm gonna raise you there.
You better watch your wife round, Mr. Marston.
Well, I'll be.
Howdy.
Hurry up now.
I may regret this.
Good to see you, Marston.
That ain't the cards, it's how you play them.
I'll check.
Hello there.
Now I'm either lucky or foolish.
Count me in.
They say Mr. Marston is bulletproof.
Uh-huh. Not a fact?
Well played, sir.
If the gate's open, you gotta walk on through.
Well, that's interesting.
How's about it?
Hello.
I'm gonna check.
You're in trouble now.
I'm gonna fake a case of the worms tomorrow.
Hardly bears repeating, do it?
Sure, I'll gamble. Someone's feeling the pressure.
Sorry, buddy. I think you wanted this one.
Ah, it is Marston. Krusco.
Here's hoping these cars show an innate bias toward the right side of the law.
I'm feeling lucky.
Fold. I saw my boss.
Shit.
Greetings.
There goes my son's inheritance.
If
Better watch your wife round, Mr.
John
Marston.
Marston.
You sure can tell a good Wendy.
I don't like an empty seat at a poker table. Care to fill it?
Ah, it is Marston. Krusco.
Howdy. Hello.
John Marston, remember me? I'm Todd Needle.
I believe the town of Blackwater benefits from the town for Let's make a mountain line down by... Always glad to see a customer.
¿Cómo estás? Pero qué torpe soy.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, Call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's get these cows moving. Giddy up!
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
I hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked.
How are you, Miss McFarland?
Yeah! Easy now. Get behind the herd. That should start them moving in the right direction. Assuming they aren't put off by your smell.
He's got it. Keep on moving. Here we go now. Nice job, Mr. Marston. Whoa there.
Slow down. Easy.
Herd the cows down the track.
Don't look at y'all.
That's done away.
Go.
Moving the cows.
Slow it up now.
With this gun. Get right at them. Drive it this way. Shoot. You're gonna spook the cattle.
Come on. Come on. It's only a horse. You'll get over it.
Nearly there. He's just showing off now. Keep going, Mr. Marston.
Are you walking them to the pasture? Come on, you can rest later. Get back on that horse. We got work to do.
Look out.